Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jimmy James. You're watching Catch It Live First. We are back. New studio. A few teething problems, but hey ho. Nothing we can't sort out. Tonight we've got Castleford hosting the Wigan Warriors, and we've just got underway. Hopefully everything will go well with the stream tonight. Fingers crossed. And toes. Big news, team news, just before the start of this matchup. Liam Marshall injured himself in the warm-up. He did his ankle. Injured it last week, didn't he, as well? So I'm hoping it's not a recurrence of that. Whether he said to Matty Pete, as you do, yeah, I'm good to go, boss. I'm good to go. Get out in the warm-up, and it's gone ping on him. So no Liam Marshall tonight for Wigan. We'll go through the team lineups quickly. Castleford. Let's put my glasses on, then I can see. Hopefully they're not too filthy. Castleford go with Sini, Asai, Milnes, Horn, Lawler, Meller, Griffin, Hall, Rooney, Hill, Okoro, Hamon and Atkin. On the bench they've got Senior, Sim and Brad Singleton, once of the mighty Wigan Warriors. Wigan go with Havard, Field, Kieran, Farrell, Ellis, Byrne, Leeman, Dupree, Hill, Eckersley, Farrimond, Douglas and Forber. Substitutes are Marshall, well we know that's not gonna happen. O'Neill, Nsemba and Patrick Mago. So it is a blow for Wigan, being a substitute down before a ball's even been kicked. Also, we've got Forber, we've got Leeming, and we have got Brad O'Neill. Interesting. Fifth tackle, kick comes in from Atkin. Underneath it, right under his own post is Field. Takes it about 5 metres out. Surveys his options. Makes about 5 yards and he's pulled to the floor. Wigan starting deep in their own half. Good support from the Wigan Warriors fans behind the end that Wigan are defending in this first half. Brad O'Neill in at dummy half. One out pass to Eckersley. Drives it forward. Tackled by 3 Tigers. Brad Singleton being one of them, so he's obviously not on the substitutes bench. Kick on the 4th tackle there from Smith. Ooh, just kept in. Was it just kept in? Referee says no. It was an offside. There's an offside, so it is a penalty to Wigan. Not sure who was offside here. So the ball was kept in play. You could argue it was knocked forward. Yeah, seen it. Either way, it was offside. Wigan will be starting from Cassie's 10-metre line. Centre field, Forber. Little pass to Thompson. Thompson drives it just over the 10. That's what I've got to do as well. I've got to get a little bit out of practice here. Let's get the chat up first and foremost. It's not worked out well. Wigan in at the corner, possible high tackle. And it was Douglas in for Marshall. It was a high tackle. Just got his, it is a penalty. You could argue it should have been a penalty try, that. Douglas's knee got touched the white line, but it was a high tackle. He was going in at the corner. Done by Wigan there. Driven in by Liam Byrne. He's about 5 yards out. Pretty central. Quick shout out as well. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button, pin that notifications bell, and you can give us a thumbs up. That'd be superb. Join us in live chat. Junior and Sember there, trying to drive towards the line. He's stopped by Brad Singleton, about 4 yards out. O'Neill's in at dummy half, spreads it right. The Warriors and Liam Byrne kind of took the tackle there. Had no momentum going forward. Good defensive set this from Castleford. Nice little offload there from Forbert. Kieran trying to find something, slips to the floor. Tackle's made. 5th tackle coming up for Wigan. Going to the left-hand side to Smith. Little grubber kick through the middle field, trying to get there under the post. It's knocked behind by Field. It'll be a 20-metre restart for Castleford. Got to check that these volumes are okay, so apologies. All seems good. Can't complain at that, so I won't. A few other things I'm not happy with though, but seeing as I'm pretty much on my own at the minute, I'll be a little bit self-indulgent. Like I said, it's a new studio we've got, so like all good things, there's a few teething problems. There you go, what are you going to do? Don't forget, join me in live chat. Kick comes in from Smith. 8 minutes gone, still 0-0. Teasing kick. Knocked backwards by, I think that's seen it. Gets over his own 20. He's met by Farrell. That's where Castleford will be starting this next set of 6. Let's see what's going on with these numbers. Good drive there from Sim. He's supposed to be on the substitutes bench as well. I think Flashcore have got a few errors with their with the lineup. Fifth tackle, kick comes in from Castleford. Underneath it is Kieran. Ooh. It's lifted by Castleford. Still Castleford ball. Ooh. And Morn it was. Big unit stops just a metre short of the post. It should be the handover. Wigan are going to be starting virtually on their own try line. I've also got to set up something else as well. Everything's looking good. Wigan struggling to get out here. And Sember drives it forward. He's only just got to the 20. Fourth tackle, Wigan have made 19 metres. And O'Neill one out to Liam Byrne. He's trying to make some yardage, but he's met by 3 Cast Tigers players. Smith's knocked on from 24 yards out. He looked upfield as soon as the ball came to him. Didn't take it in, didn't concentrate on the catch. Schoolboy error from Smith. There'll be good field position for Cast Tigers to start this next set coming up. Morton drives it forward. He's over the 20. Centre field. He's met by Thompson and Brad O'Neill. Now they're going to go left with Singleton. Singleton trying to get to the 10. Met by Nsemba and Liam Byrne. Now Cast have got numbers on this right hand side. It's knocked on by Jake Wardle. Another set for Castleford coming up. Wigan under pressure here. To be honest, they've started off the way they played last week, which, let's be honest, wasn't fantastic. Well, more about that at half time. Nice offload there from Seeney. Singleton again trying to drive it over. He's stopped by O'Neill, Byrne and Cade Ellis. Pretty central. Now they've shipped it left half Castleford. They've got numbers. That gap disappeared quickly with the sideline. Eckersley with the tackle. And then Adam Kieran comes in. Finishes it off, pushing. Now the referee's saying they dragged him over the line after the tackle was made. But he did actually. His elbow hit the floor. That is something that Wigan do well, though. They use the sideline to their advantage better than any team in Super League. Cast trying to come down this right-hand side now. Wardle kind of makes the tackle. Now he does, helped by Farrell. Seen in at dummy half. Spread that ball to the left. Now they come back right. Maybe a bit of head contact there. Is the referee saying there was? Yeah, there was a... It was Cade Ellis. He kind of gave the game away. He looked around at the referee sort of to say, you're going to ping me for that. So 10 yards out. Another set of 6 for Castleford. They stopped about 2 metres out. Horn in at dummy half. As you can see there from this try, floated pass out to the left hand side. In at the corner. And it's Tate opening the scoring for Castleford. That had been coming. That was about 5 or 6 sets for Castleford. And a lovely floated pass out to Will Tate. Made no mistake there. Wigan had been like I said, they've started this match the way that they played last week. They didn't look good last week either. Oh, Eckersley got dragged inside then. He went ball hunting. Should have stayed with his man. Forber was there. And Eckersley got sucked into the gap. The floated pass over his head. 4-0 Cass. Excuse me. I've done it. Right, morning. Right. Back in with a kick to come, not the usual kicker. Floats it across the front. Good effort actually. But just drifted past the right hand upright. Few issues here that I'm trying to sort out. So apologies. Feel free to join me in live chat. That's not too bad. Oh, bit of that. It's warm as well. I'm going to need a makeup artist. Now I've got a new studio. All these lights. It's warm outside as well. Right, stay there. That's all we need. Right. That's something new. Get rid of that. Chance here for field. It's a try for Wigan. Let's have a look at this try again. I missed it. So Wigan on halfway. Spreaded the ball to the right. Good take by Forber down his bootlaces. A missed pass out to Eckersley on the right wing. Inside pass to field. A simple try, but it was all made by the good take there from Farrimond. Like I said, it was around his ankles. Not only did he take the pass without knocking it on, he got a good pass away. Kieran taking over kicking duties. Well, not taking over. He does kick for Wigan now, doesn't he? Taking over from Harry Smith. Straight through the posts. Castleford Wigan 6. Almost 20 minutes gone. Wigan still, although they're in the lead, they're not flowing at all. But I'm pretty sure after last week's sloppy performance and loss, they'll take 2 points and not be too bothered about the performance. Thompson drives it forward from the return, met by 3 Tigers. Singleton again involved. Wigan starting from deep inside their own territory. Havard slipped there. Still not outside their own 10 yet. 2 tackles gone in Sember. He almost breaks the line there, up to the 20. Finally dragged down. Singleton involved again. They're going to have to be spelling Singleton. He's going to be puffing and blowing. Don't forget, tomorrow St Helens at Salford, 3 o'clock. Next Thursday, Cass Huddersfield, 8 p.m. And next Friday night, Lee v Wigan. Wigan will be out for revenge. After the opening night 0-0 draw, losing on a golden point. He kind of slipped off a little bit lately, Lee. Came out the blocks firing early part of the season, but he's keeping it going week in, week out. That's where they've struggled, to be honest. Like I said, live chat's open. Feel free to leave us a message. Let us know what your thoughts are. Are you a Wigan fan? Are you a Tigers fan? Are you a Super League fan? Rugby at all. Once again, Kieran gets dispossessed, competing for the ball from a high kick. Castleford in possession still. On the 5th tackle, little kick through, picked up by Smith. Smith drives it forward. Wigan will be starting from their own 25. Which will be a bit of relief for them, because the last few sets they've been starting deep inside their own 10. Farrell drives it over the 20. Ellis just short of halfway. You know who I'm going to say is involved in the tackle again? Singleton. He's jogging back. He looks like he's blowing Singleton, that's for sure. Ooh, that was a high tackle from field, was it? There was a kick came through, and I think it was Sini who took the ball. Yeah, it was. And then he was kind of going to ground-ish. And then, yeah, Field's arm slipped off his shoulder and caught Sini right around the chops. Nothing more than a penalty, but need to be careful. They'll be starting this set now from the penalty, 25 yards out instead of on their own goal line. Apologise straight away, Field, but even so, you don't want to be giving 25 metres up too often. Easy yardage for Castleford on what is a hot and steamy night in Yorkshire, no doubt. Certainly warm down in Devon. Just over halfway line now. 2 tackles completed. Aitken up to Wigan's 20. We've made 36 metres in 3 tackles, Castleford. Wigan holding back, whether they're trying to save a little bit of energy for the second half, but they're not moving up as a line, that's for sure. Looks like it's a ploy. Trying to come down that left-hand side again, Castleford, up to Wigan's 20, and Sember in attendance with O'Neill and Farrimond. High kick comes in on the 5th into that corner. They're targeting Field. Field rises well and makes a yard. So he wasn't trapped in goal. Once again, though, Wigan starting from deep inside their own 10-metre line. And the form they're showing, they don't look like breaking down to the other end, although they did get that try from the halfway line, but it's been a slog so far. Havard still can't get towards halfway, and that's the 5th tackle. O'Neill goes right to Farrimond. Farrimond runs into some open space. Then he puts a high kick in. It's going to be taken by Sini just outside his own 10 down the left-hand side for Castleford. Farrimond puts a tackle in from his own kick. Now it's Castleford's turn to start from their own 10. This time Wigan do move up, trying to put the pressure on. Over their own 20, 3 tackles completed. Realised as well, something wrong with the path with this. Not to worry. We'll sort that out later. Let's concentrate on the rugby. To open the door. That's an airing. Probably hear the birds chirping away now in the garden. Thompson drives it over Castleford's 40. 4 tackles gone though. Wigan made 40 metres so far. Farrimond throws the dummy, gets over the 20. 5th tackle. Interchange for Wigan, by the way. Leeming's come on. Wigan trying to go down this left-hand side. Offload. Nice offload there from Wardle. It's with Field. Field with a looping pass over to the right-hand side from Sember. And Sember kind of looked lost there a little bit. One-handed pass to look like Kieran, but was going into touch, so I had to let it go. Picked up by Cass. 2 tackles gone though now, and Cass are about half a yard from their own goal line. So Wigan now trying to pile the pressure on as we approach just past the 27th minute. Still inside their own 20, just over the 20 now. We'd seen it. Crowd rower. They think there was a bit of a high shot there from Ellis. There wasn't, but 5th tackle. They're kicking from their own 20. So Eckersley takes it on his own 10, starts running forward. He's going to be to the 20 before there's any contact. Gets to about 22 yards. That's where Wigan will be starting from. Who's Leeming in at dummy half. Patrick Mago drives it forward. It's going to be a warm night for Patrick Mago. He's a big unit, isn't he? That interchange has happened. Thompson, the player who's been replaced. Leeming scampers from dummy half, makes good yardage there. He's still going. Spreads it right to Kieran. Kieran's going towards... He was going towards the sideline there, so he stops. Passes inside to Sember, and Sember tries his luck. Gets over the 10. He's finally put down by Tate, the try scorer for Cass. Farrimond in at dummy half. 4 tackles completed. Leeming, centre field. They're going to come down the left-hand side. Wardle misses a tackle. Oh, and there's absolute acres of space for Douglas on this left-hand side. And the pass just wasn't accurate enough. Unlucky Wardle, because he was under pressure. And he tried throwing a long pass that just dipped before Farrimond and was a little bit in front. But if Farrimond had took that, it would have been another 4 on the board for Wigan, and probably 2 because there was nobody near him. He'd have run in towards the post, and you can bet Kieran wouldn't have given up that opportunity for the extra 2 points. Decent crowding at Castleford tonight. Not surprising though, the weather's nice, isn't it? Not many better ways to spend an evening than go and watch the rugby, have a couple of pints if that's your thing, or a pie if you're more into your food. Personally, I don't mind both. Half an hour gone. Castleford 4, Wigan 6. Castleford taking the lead, but Wigan managing to convert their try where Castleford couldn't quite manage it. And that's the only difference so far. Been a pretty even game, I would say. Wigan have just started to come into it a little bit more this last 10 minutes, but certainly the opening exchanges, it was pretty much all Castleford, and they were penning Wigan. They were penning Wigan into their own 10-yard for restarts. And Wigan weren't in good enough or aren't in good enough form to make their way up the field. 3 tackles gone. Wigan are up to their own 20 just. Bit of a high shot there on Havard, who's leaving appeals. Referee says nothing doing there, son. Seen it. Leeming comes forward, but he slipped as he was going into the tackle. It's a high tackle, but it was caused by Sini slipping, and which makes it look like there was a swinging arm, which there was, but that was an attempt at the ball. Just with the slip, it meant the contact was with Sini's head. Now, if you were a cynical person, you would say that just before that, Cruz Leeming, he was appealing for a high shot. But it wasn't a sour grapes tackle or anything like that. It was purely the fact that Sini slipped. Either way, good field position again for Castleford to start this next set. On Wigan's 40. Now they're over the 30. Still going. May goes in the tackle there. Trying to come down this left-hand side again, Castleford. "16 metres made, but they're still 12 metres out." Westerman there. A cheeky little drive for the line. Couldn't get there. They're literally now half a metre away. Little grubber kick comes in. Too much on it though. And that'll be a 20-metre restart for the Warriors. Still had a tackle left there as well, and it smacked a little bit of desperation as opposed to a planned move for Castleford there. 2 tackles gone. Wigan up to their own 35. Leeming in at dummy half. Dupree drives it forward. Still can't get to the 40 though. Wigan have made 23 metres though there from the first 3 tackles. Farrimond over halfway, approaching the jinking and a jiving. He gets over the 40. Nice little offload to Nsemba, and Nsemba's driving forward, but he was stood still when he took possession. So he made a couple of yards after he got possession there. 3 tackles gone. Wigan on Castleford's 30. Spreading it left. Went backwards. Yep. Douglas there running across field. He needs some support. He's back on Castleford's 40. Lost some ground there, Wigan, but they've kept possession. Harriman didn't dummy half. One out pass to Mago. Mago drives it forward. Bounces off a tackle. Now they're coming down the left-hand side with Smith. He puts a little grubber kick in. Sini comes across there. Wardle with the tackle. Castle will be starting deep inside their own 10. Both teams look like they're blowing. Not surprising. Like I said, it's a warm evening. Sini's having a good game with his mullet for Castleford. Get the impression that it's been quite tight in the first half this game. Get the impression in the second half this could be a high scoring match. I just get a feeling that as you start getting some tired legs due to the conditions, you know, the heat, gaps are going to start appearing, and I think it's going to be which team can utilise the space that's going to appear. Fifth tackle, kick just inside their own half for Cass. Field takes it about 12 yards out, drives it up to the 20, gets to the 25. That's where he's put on the floor. That's where Wigan will be starting from. Eckersley driving it forward up to the 30. A bit of a smack round the chops there, but he drives it forward. Leeming. Wigan trying to come down to the left-hand side. Farrell goes into the tackle backwards there, trying to get an offload away, but he can't do it. He's wrapped up. Havard tries his luck, but he's stopped about 2 metres out. Fifth tackle for Wigan now. Leeming spreads it to no one. Puts a little grubber kick in. No use though. Sini picked that up easily and then made a couple of yards forward before he was tackled, so no chance of pinning him in goal. Havard with the tackle there. 36 minutes gone, still Cast 4, Wigan 6. 4 tackles completed. At risk there of getting pinged, Kieran, for lifting the leg. Cast fans weren't happy with it. Referee says that's fine. It was kind of borderline. Kick on the 5th. It's going to be taken by Field on his own 10. He lays it off to Douglas. Douglas drives it over the 20. Centre Field up to the 25th. That's where he makes contact. Harriman didn't dummy half. Lays it off to Eckersley. Eckersley towards the 40. Gets over the 40. 45. That's where he's finally put down. Just starting to make some yardage now, Wigan, in these tackles. Kieran gets over the halfway line. Bit of a high shot there. Didn't like that, Kieran. Don't blame him. That's enough. Now he looks to the referee and gives it one of them. Referee says nothing wrong with it though. 4 tackles gone. Wigan up to Castleford's 30. Leeming goes left to Smith. Smith now jinks right. Needs some support there. He finally gets it to Farriman. Farriman with a pass there to Kieran. Kieran breaks the line. Tries getting it to Eckersley. Throws it behind Eckersley. The ball's going out of play. Just that couple of times in this first half now, there was that pass there that's gone amiss to Eckersley. Try line beckoning. And there was the one to Douglas on this left-hand side, where Wardle just couldn't quite get the accuracy needed with the pass. So it'll be a restart to Cass about 15 metres out. Just up to their own 20, centre field. 38, 39 minutes gone, coming up to half time. That's knocked on by Castleford. Trying to force the pass there. Never really on. Lawler it was, couldn't take the ball in. Under a lot of pressure actually from Mago, so it's no surprise. "39 minutes gone." All the players are blowing at the scrum. I think that's why they're messing about, so they can try and get a little bit more, try and get some more air into them lungs. Wigan coming down the right hand side from the scrum. Kieran breaks the line. Nobody's at home. Seeney's trying to get back, but Kieran's going to go right under the post, which he would do because he's going to have the kick coming. So just before half time, whether Castleford went to sleep, whether at that scrum there was a little bit of, not even shenanigans, just the referee wasn't happy with the way the scrum was being formed and all the players were trying to get the breath. Maybe trying to get the breath there. Cass switched off because straight from that scrum, Smith came round the back, laid it off to Kieran, and Kieran brought the line there. And who was that with the tackle? Was it Westerman? Awful attempt at a tackle. Might not have been Westerman, so who was it? No, it wasn't. It was Mellor. Mellor tried knocking the ball out of Kieran's hand instead of making the tackle. And that allowed Kieran to break the tackle. And once he brought the line, nobody was catching him. Seeney did his best, but couldn't get there. Time's up at the end of this first half. Waiting for this kick to come from Kieran. I won't miss that. I don't think I'd miss that. There we go. Half time. Castleford 4, Wigan Warriors 12. That really, if they'd gone in level at half time, I don't think either team would have complained. Well, we've got half time. I think we'll go into some settings here and see what the recording path is. Could go horribly wrong this, but I doubt it. I doubt it. Let's have a look what's this folder is empty. Oh dear. Oh dear. Look for Maybe I won't. Right, hopefully that's all right. Trouble is, I don't know where this is recording to now. Maybe it's not. Really care, do we? We don't really care. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to talk about, why half time's on. Wigan, before this season started, I remember commenting on when you look at the transfer market and who's buying who and this, that and the other. Wigan made one signing, I think they made. And I couldn't quite work it out why they'd done that. And then a few weeks into the season, we found out because Matty Pete and Wigan came out and addressed the issue, and they this will crack off. What are they up to? 1-1 draw earlier today. It's going to be a long season for Visva Krakow. That's for another stream. Yeah, Wigan came out and said, we've not gone into the transfer market because we're happy with the team that we've got and the squad. So we wanted to let them know that we've got confidence in them, this, that and the other. And that's fine, but it's like now Marshall's out. All right, Douglas has stepped up and Douglas has done all right. But Marshall's a big miss. They might get away with it tonight up against, and I don't mean this to be disrespectful to Castleford. Castleford haven't had the best of seasons, have they? They've been poor. Inconsistent at best, let's say. For a lot of it, they've been a little bit poor. But now we've got the injury to Marshall. What are you going to do if you get an injury to Patrick Mago? What are you going to do if you get an injury to Field? There's no Bevan French. Well, you know, I mean, when you're at your peak, or when you're on top, as Wigan were last season, everything they entered, every competition they won. It was always going to be a difficult task to do it 2 seasons in a row, and it doesn't look like they're going to do it this season. I think Hull KR will take the league leaders shield. When it comes to the grand final, whichever 2 teams get in the grand final, let's be honest, it's a little bit, it can be a one-off, can't it? It is a one-off game. So anything can happen. As a great Mary Walker once said, and it often does. But to get that league leaders shield was going to be difficult when you do not add to your squad, because players do need spelling. This is a perfect example of why you need a squad. Hot temperatures like we've had this summer, injuries, players coming out of form, players getting knocks but still playing, you know, that us as the public we don't get to know about for obvious reasons. But for me, let's just get us a little bit of quiet. Yeah, for me, Wigan should have added to the squad this winter when they had an opportunity to do so. And I'm not saying you've got to start bringing 5-6 players in. There's no point in doing that. But start bringing some quality, maybe something for the future as well. There's a few of these players now that are getting in the peak. Are they getting past the peak? Maybe not yet, but we're getting close. We're getting close. And that's why I thought Wigan should have increased their squad size. In the back of my mind, I was thinking they've had that great season. Have they got the money? Have they got the money to increase the squad? You would think so. And you look at the badge and it says ancient and loyal. Hopefully, that's not what they're gonna. That's not the trap they're gonna fall into with this group of players. There is a mixture there of youth and, let's say, experience. You look at Nsemba. He's a mainstay of the team now. And he's, what is he, 20, 21, something like that. So obviously, you've got the future there. But when you look at some of the other players, I just get a feeling that at some point within the next couple of seasons, they're going to start getting found out. And if you've not got that conveyor belt of players coming through, is that going to be the time where we have another lean spell, if you're a Wigan Warriors fan, that is? And the likes of basically what St Helens have gone through. They have that new crop of players coming through, and it does take time for new signings to adjust. Best player in the world, you go to a new club, everything's new about it. Your bed you're sleeping is new. Your family's got to settle, assuming you bring your family with you. Even where's the canteen, where's the bathrooms, where's the toilets? Everything's new, and it's got to affect you, and you need that settling in period. This season would have been a good settling in period for some signings, and then start looking to make changes and progress next season. Season after, it's a constant moving dynamic. And I'm just wondering if Wigan have kind of took their eye off the ball in respect of making signings and looking to the future. I might be doing them a disservice, and let's be honest, I probably am, but I just couldn't quite understand that. Not going into the transfer market and coming at half time, coming out midway through the season now, looking at these players, just starting to get a few injuries, aren't they? Are they going to regret not moving into the market and making more than one signing? Like I said, they wanted this set of players to know that they were appreciated, they were believed in, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, we're not bothered about the players' feelings, are we? They're paid to do a job, go out and do the job. And I'm not saying if you'd have made 2 or 3 signings that they wouldn't have done that job. If anything, does it make you play harder because you want to keep your place in the team? Possibly. In fact, it's more than likely. So it comes back to the old adage. Is it a case of, well, let's save a few coppers this year and not really add to the squad? Can come back to bite you though, and we'll find that out in the next few seasons. I don't think Wigan are going to catch. I've just got a feeling. I've got a feeling Wigan last year, and I've already said this earlier in the season, were a little bit lucky to get the League Leaders Shield. I can still remember the game against Hull KR, where Wigan were under the pump, and Patrick Mago came on. Turned it around, Wigan got the points, and the rest is history. You win the league, the grand final is yours. But I just wonder if that game hadn't have gone the way it did, whether Wigan would have actually won the league. I'm not too sure that they would. And as big a Wigan Warriors fan as I am, I won't say I'm a supporter because it's too far away for me to get there now, but I am certainly a fan. Just logged back in here. There we go. Certainly, I am a fan. I forgot what I was worming at then. My mind has gone somewhere else now. I've got to set a folder up as well for YouTube streams. Do I do it now or do I do it? I think I'll do it after. I think so far though, it's gone pretty well. There's not been no major hiccups. Been a lot of work, I'll tell you that. But at least now there's no more interruptions. The dog barking at the window. And it's nothing fancy. It's literally a small summer house that's got a big green screen in there now. A PC instead of a laptop. A little bit more powerful. Because I'm waiting for the Wisła Kraków season to begin, which is July the... I think the first game is on the 28th of July. 26th or 28th of July. That's going to be a long season for Wisła Kraków, let me tell you. Oh my word. They've just had an absolute clear out of players not renewing contracts, and they've been letting, unless I misheard, well, I'm pretty sure I didn't, they let the right back Sot, they let him go. Didn't renew his contract, whatever you want to call it. And then they had what they call a sparring match, pre-season friendly to us in the UK. And it was on this morning, and I was listening to it while I was sorting stuff out, and I heard Sot. So whether he's back at the club now and playing, I don't know what's going on. James Igbekeem, midfielder. If you think of Wisła Krakow's Roy Keane, that kind of combative player. They let him go. He was supposed to be going to a club in the Ekstraklasa, which is the Polish Premier League. It came out, they'd let him go. And next thing, he's supposed to be coming back to Wisła Kraków. I'll have him back any day of the week. However, there was rumours going around that he failed the medical. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But we are back underway. Has that gone out on the full? Oh, no. No, it's not gone out on the full. Harry Smith's looking... So straight from halfway, kick-off, down the Wigan's left-hand side. 1, 2, 3 players there. There was Douglas. There was Smith. Nobody. They all looked at each other. Let the ball bounce. It's gone out. It's going to be a goal line dropout. Harry Smith's looking around like, what's gone on? But you can't have been that. It was just a cock-up, because that if it bounced out of play, it hit the post. They can't be that sure that there was an issue though, because they would have captain challenged that. Either way, not a good start for Wigan at the beginning. The beginning part of this second half. In fact, the very beginning, from the kick-off. Like I say, quick shout out. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button, ping that notifications bell, and if you can give us a thumbs up, that'd be superb. Castleford trying to come down the left hand side there with Cine tackled. 3 tackles gone. Centre field. Trying to spread it down the right hand side now and break the line. Farrell and Smith with the tackle. Farrell looked a bit high there, maybe. No, that's okay. Coming down the left hand side again. Fake the pass. Everybody fell for it. Straight over the try line. And that's just what Castleford deserved from that kick-off. It was Assey. Dejani Assey with the try for Castleford. And it was his kick that got the second half underway. No, it did bounce just before. The goal line flag or post. And that was a lovely try there. He just threw the dummy Assey and everybody fell for it, and he just went through a gap that he'd made himself. Castleford 8, Wigan 12. Mellor got injured in that segment of play though. He's still on the floor. So this will be an easy 2-point conversion as well for Cass. So they're right back in this game at the start of the second half. It'll be Castleford 10, Wigan 12. What it was, when Assey threw the pass, Kieran made the tackle on Mellor. But Mellor didn't have the ball, and he's done his ankle. Is the video referee going to get involved here? We'll find out. No news so far though. Farrell's having a word with the referee now. What's going on here? Is he waiting to see the video refs getting involved? There's something going on here with the video referee, because obviously it's a tackle without the ball, but Mellor's all right. And oh, he's lucky there, you know, Kieran. Parryman pulled out of the tackle. Kieran made contact and then pulled out of the tackle. Video referee had a good view of it anyway, so we move on. I can just take them at their word. So, 44 minutes gone. Cass 10, Wigan 12. Castleford up to their own 20. 2 tackles gone, trying to come down the right hand side. The last 15 minutes of this game are going to be crucial for who's got some gas left in them lungs. I mean, even when the sun's gone down, it's still going to be a warm evening. We've got 3 stream supporters as well for tonight. We've got jalexpetproducts.co.uk, heavenlypleasures.co.uk, removepest.co.uk. Links are in the description and promo codes are there. Use them on checkout and grab yourselves a bargain. Wigan trying to drive it up to the 30 with Havard. He's going to be just short. Farrell trying to get to the 40. Wigan have missed Liam Marshall tonight, mainly because of his go forward play. When he gets a ball, even if he's got 2 or 3 in attendance, he always makes 3 or 4 yards. Wigan have got the overlap on the outside here. A bit close to the touchline though, and a bit far out. Douglas does well there. Comes back inside. Waddling at dummy half. Smith puts a high kick in on the 5th. Cross field, and Semba's coming across it. And Semba's going to take it. As he takes it, he's tackled. Tries to get the ball away, but the tackle's already made. So in Semba, it was it Sini again? Oh, it was Tate. Did he take him before he got the ball? No, he didn't. Timed it perfectly. Fantastic play that by Tate. If he'd have had another yard forward after he caught the ball there, he would have his momentum would have taken him over the line, but Tate almost stopped him dead. Cool, that's Patrick Mago it was, with that tackle. It was a meeting of minds. Wigan, there's a knock on there from Cass. Wigan were pushing offside there, and when the ref's blown his whistle, there was just a little... I didn't see that. I didn't see the knock on there. They've got the captain's challenge, but they're not using it, so there must have been a knock on. I didn't see it though, that's for sure. Once again, Wigan come down this right hand side. This time they're wise to it though, Castleford. Smith gets wrapped up. Lehman's in at dummy half. Spreads it left. Havard drives it forward. He's looking for the offload, but he's wrapped up. Some demon tackling from Castleford. Coming down the right hand side, an interception looking for Eckersley. It's going to be a foot race. Fields coming over. Then Kieran gets back. Wardle's back. But once again, it was almost a little bit of desperation in that pass there from Wigan. Wigan are still not set. They've got numbers on the far side as well, Castleford. It's just they can't get the ball over there. 6 again, messing about the play of the ball, trying to slow the game down, Wigan, while they get the line set. Castleford are up to the 10, centre field, almost right under the post actually. Coming down this left-hand side. They're in. It's Wood. Over the line. All that came from a loose pass from Wigan. Just gambling really. And it didn't come off at all. And now they're paying the ultimate price. Not only did they not get the try, they've conceded. Just after Castleford had put themselves under pressure as well with Harry Smith it was with the pass. Yeah, just after they put themselves under pressure, Castleford, with that knock on. Same set, Wigan go and give the ball away. Once again down this left hand side. Eckersley stayed with his man. Kieran couldn't get the tackle in. Danny Maguire, Castleford's manager. Not a fan, if I'm honest. Mainly from his playing days. He was a menace. He was so good, wasn't he? So it's going to be Aitken, or Atkin, I should say. There's no I in his name. Almost on the touchline on this left-hand side. And he's a left footer, so it's not the ideal side for him. It's almost identical to where he had his first attempt that just drifted past the right hand upright. This time again, he's adjusted beautifully there. That's gone over for another 2. He had a sighter in the first half. Didn't miss this one. The Cass fans are happy. If there's a few of them with a pint in their hand, why wouldn't you have in this weather? You know, I saw some Australian rugby league yesterday. Can't remember who it was. It was Penrith and Canberra. I'm guessing I wasn't taking that much notice, and I didn't have the volume up. But from what I saw, the game in Australia, it looked so much more. It's so much quicker. It appeared to me anyway. It appeared quicker, and it appeared more physical. And I get a feeling. That we're getting at the minute. It always goes in cycles, doesn't it? But I get the feeling we're getting left behind a little bit in Super League compared to the NRL. "50 minutes gone, Cast 16, Wigan 12. Certainly from the very kick-off of this second half, Castleford, that's a knock-on from Castleford on the halfway line. From the start of this second half, Wigan they've not come out of the changing rooms. And whatever Matty Pete said at half-time, I'm pretty sure he didn't say come out and play like this. I've just noticed as well, don't worry about that, I've got to get some, it still sounds a little bit echoey in here, but we'll get that sorted because I've got to get it insulated and what have you. So we'll get that sorted for winter. So the scrum went to Cass because there was a little knock on in the tackle. Right, Wigan driving over the sideline there, doing what Wigan do. Wigan have got the ball back. Seeing he's having a word with the referee, he's not happy about that. He's saying the player had his elbow on the ground. He certainly didn't because Wardle lifted him up off the floor. Yeah, Wardle lifted him up. It was almost like a rolling maul in rugby league. There is no team I'll go as far as to say, no team in the world as good as Wigan at pushing players over the sideline when they're in possession. Let's close that one out. Go down a little bit. "52.5 minutes gone. Plenty of time in this. It's going to be interesting from 65 minutes on, I think. Definitely the heat is going to take effect on the players and me, I think. Don't forget, live chat is open. If you're watching this on replay, leave us a message. If you want to get in contact with us, feel free. Catch it live first at gmail.com. Wardle's holding his shoulder there. He looks in agony. Game's going on. It wasn't a grimace. It was an absolute ouch. Offload there from Tyler Dupree. Wigan have still kept this ball going, but don't give it to Wardle. He's still struggling, although he's stood up now. Farrell's going to take the tackle. 5 tackles gone. About 12 yards out. Pretty central. Mago spreads it to Smith. Smith to Farriman to Kieran. Kieran tries to break the line. He's tackled. Held up. That'll be the handover. Oh yeah, he's definitely done something. I don't know if he's popped his shoulder out there, Wardle, or not. He looks in some discomfort. That is for sure. Comes back to what I was saying at the half-time break. You get an injury to Wardle. You've got an injury to Marshall. You've got an injury to French. Now's the time when you start getting these injuries. Where's the backup? Where's the squad? I mean, Wardle's still out there, but he's like a lame duck at the minute. He's still going into the tackle though. Still going into the tackle there. They're nuts, aren't they? But he's literally carrying it. Still went steaming in though. 4 tackles gone on their own 40. Castleford that is. Just over the 40 now. But they're going to be kicking from deep inside their own half. Probably about, kick will go from about the 35. Scruffy play the ball. Is that a knock on from Castleford? They're challenging this. Of all the things they could have challenged, excuse me, they're challenging this. It was a clear knock on. What are they looking for? Two. So we're just seeing it now in slow motion. So Griffin's got the ball. He's on the floor. He's kicked the ball forward. Now, that was an absolute waste. Absolute waste of a captain's challenge, that. Why on earth would you challenge that? It was an incorrect play of the ball, clear as day. Wigan will be starting this set 45 metres out from goal. They'll be needing to get on the score sheet pretty soon. You won't want to go into the last 10 minutes with a deficit. I think the last 10 minutes are going to be whatever you've got, you're going to be hanging on to. December there, driving over the 10. Well. I think it was Mello with the tackle there. Took his legs. Mago up to the 10. Looking for support for the offload. Nobody there, he's wrapped up. 5th tackle, what's Wigan going to run it? Oof. The ball out to Douglas on that left hand side. And as soon as he took the ball, he was right on the sideline. He was tackled straight away. So it'll be the handover. So Wigan once again trying to now pile the pressure on Castleford. Still inside their own 10. Trying to break the line there though. Dupree with the tackle. Then he just spins Sim around again once the tackle was made, I think. And the referee says, can't do that, son. So this will be another 20. He had a second attempt at him there. That'll be another 25 metres easy yardage gained for Castleford. Just when Wigan were trying it. That's a good kick, actually. It's at Wigan's 40. That's where they'll be starting this set from, Cast, down the right-hand side. Yeah, Wigan were just trying to put the pressure on there and then give away that penalty. Relieves all the pressure. Centre field, no yardage made there. Well, 2 metres it's saying. Over the 30 with see. Mago in attendance. Almost up to the 10. Once again, Wigan messing about the play of the ball. Got away with that one. Just short of the line there. Are we going to see Brad Singleton anytime soon? Westerman. He tries to jink to the left there of Dupree. Dupree with a tackle though. 6 more tackles for Castleford. Wigan messing about. They're absolutely blowing out their arse here, Wigan. Coming down this left-hand side again, Castleford. Oh, he's cut inside. Where did he cut inside? Kieran with the tackle. It looked a little bit high. He got away with it. But Wigan are struggling here. Now they're coming down the right-hand side, Castleford. Floated pass out. Oh, and then it's knocked on. Sim it was. Knocked it on. They were putting Wigan under some real pressure there. Were at Castleford. Last ditch defending really from Adam Kieran. Keeps the score at Castleford 16, Wigan 12. Frankie James says, "Hey Jimmy." Hey Frankie. It's a warm evening. Going to have to get some insulation in here. Sounds like I'm in a baked bean can. Thompson's back on for Wigan. 59 minutes gone. Still trailing by 4. Can't afford to be dropping points here, Wigan. One, because they want to keep the pressure on Hull KR. Also, they've got snapping at the heels Leeds. They've got Leeds snapping at the heels. Frankie says it sounds good. Take that. Fifth tackle, Smith puts a high kick in on halfway. It's a high hanging kick. Taken by Mellor. He goes straight to ground. He doesn't want to get dragged into touch, which is Wigan's penchant. Still at their own 20. Brad O'Neill's come on. I'm assuming that's going to be for Cruz Leeman. Yeah, it looks like Leeman's gone off. Four tackles completed, still inside their own 40, trying to come down there. Oh, what have they done there, Castleford? It was seen, he tried the flip pass as he got the ball. Just tried shipping it along. Should have just kept hold of it and took the tackle, really. They did have the overlap on the outside, but to be honest, they were still inside their own half. Would have been hell of a try, that. Now they've put the pressure back on themselves by knocking on and giving Wigan head and feet at this scrum. We know what happened in the first half. The question is, does Harry Smith go left or right? He's going to the right-hand side. Thought about the pass there to Kieran, kept hold of it himself and took the tackle. Kieran looks round a little bit disappointed. We move on. Thompson over the 20, trying to drive it towards a 10. He's about 12 yards out. Brad O'Neill in at dummy half, spreads it left, still coming left. Fields into the line. Nowhere to go, he just comes back across field and takes that tackle. 3 tackles gone. Smack centre now, trying to come down the right hand side, and Semba can't take the ball, knocks on, roars from the crowd. Another chance goes for the Warriors. The only good thing from that play was they didn't give the ball away. There was no interception. Reminder tomorrow, St Helens v Salford, 3 PM. That'll be on Sky or Sky Plus. Won't be covering it here. I'm not sure what we'll be covering next. Keep your eye out for our daily 6 horse 10 pence each way accumulator. No luck so far this year, but you've got to keep going. The odds are the payout is anything from £1 million to sort of 5,000 or 6,000. It just depends what the odds are, but we'll get there. We'll get there. You've only got to be lucky once, haven't you? Three tackles gone, just over the halfway line now. Castleford, Phoenix, hands off, Barrymond. Westerman coming to the right hand side. It's a bit of a swinging arm over the top there. Nothing's made of it. Now they try to break the line. And Semba with a tackle, helped out by Kieran. Fifth tackle, what are they going to do? They're going to put a high kick in, I'm pretty sure. Do they go left or do they go right? Looks like they're going to go to the right. No, they're going to run it, are they? Now the Asses put a little chip kick into the corner. Eckersley's come over, made a right hash of that. This is going to be a try for Castleford. Went to catch it. It's gone through his arms. It's come off his knee. They'll go up to the video referee, but I'm pretty sure this will be another try to Castleford. Some concerned looks on the Wigan Warriors players' faces. The referee's given no try on field. I don't know why. Unless he thinks somebody got a hand to it and there was a knock on. But Eckersley, when he jumped for this ball, it went straight through. I think everybody's on side. Let's have a look. So the players on the left-hand side, they are onside. Seeney's offside. Does he get in? Does he get in? Well, Seeney was offside there. So I don't know why. In fact, he jumps in the air and takes the ball. So I don't know why this is not. So you can't. It looks to me like it's knocked on by Eckersley. But I thought Seeney was offside. Who got the ball? Did he get a touch on it? Yeah, he did. He knocked it on to Eckersley. Yeah, so it's a knock on. Wigan get away with one there. He's still having a look at the catch. Senior, for one, I thought he was offside. It's a knock on. It's no try, it's a knock on. Wigan have got away with it. Just, yeah, Wigan possession. But to be honest, I think if Senior hadn't have made any, it was the slightest of touch, I think it would have been a try to Castleford, but as Gino De Campo once said, if my grandma had wheels, she would have been a bike. Wigan will be starting from their own 10. And Semba, Farriman didn't do me harm. Quick shout out, if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button, ping that notifications bell. If you can give us a thumbs up, that'd be superb. Live chat is open. Feel free to leave a comment. If you want to email us, catch it live first at gmail.com. I am Jimmy James, your host for tonight. We've got a new studio. It's very quiet. It's very quiet. But we'll have plenty of live streams coming up for you. If you want to know anything Wisła Krakow, we'll have all Wisła Krakow's games. Some of them hopefully from the stadium when we get over there. Wardle coming down the left hand side, looks like he's recovered from his shoulder knock he had earlier on. Fifth tackle coming up, Smith's going to be kicking. That awful pass to Smith, it went through his hands. It was like a quarterback in American football when the ball snapped and he's got to jump up for it. Not good. Not good from Wigan. Awful pass. Now it's a handover. Wigan are going to captain's challenge this, are they? So now, what are Wigan complaining at here? It was an awful pass. It should have been a handover. Are they saying it was touched by Castleford hand? Well, that wouldn't make a difference. So I don't know what the issue is. Whether they're trying to say it was knocked on after that. So it's gone back over Smith's head. So that's not a knock on. Smith's now reclaiming it on the floor. Then is there a Castleford boot in there to kick it forward? And then it's regained by Smith, in which case it's not a handover, it's a Wigan ball. Just depends if there's a touch from the Castleford player there. Oh yeah, it's clearly off his shin. This will be a successful challenge, I'm pretty sure. Oh, now they're trying to say those Smiths pulled him back. What are you going to do? So Sims kicked it on. Harry Smith then made a tackle on him without the ball. Now they're rolling it through. Now Dupree's going to drop on the ball. Dupree drops on the ball and then gathers it in. But you can't see you need to see it from the other side to see when he scooped it in, Dupree, did he knock it on? He's got the ball. No, he scooped it up. This will be a successful challenge by Wigan. You don't often see it. Challenge successful. I just can't believe that Harry Smith's got away with pulling back Sims. He did a bit more than pulling back. He almost tackled him. But either way, we'll take it. So it's Wigan ball. 65 minutes gone. This is the area now where I think the game's going to open up into a higher scoring game. I did say in the first half it was tight, but I thought second half might be a little bit more high scoring, which it has been, mainly through tired legs and a lack of oxygen in lungs. So Wigan, 3 tackles gone. They're over Castleford's 30. Now they're trying to come down the right hand side. Field tries to break the line. Little handoff to Kieran. Isley has to come inside though. Fix again though. There was a hand on that ball. Harriman's running across field. Cuts inside. Finally tackled. Almost lost that ball there as well, Harriman. He pulled it between his legs. Did well. It didn't touch the floor. Thompson drives it forward. He's about 8 yards out. Pretty central. Wigan can go left or right. Brad O'Neill. He goes to the left. Short pass to Tyler Dupree. He's a metre out. O'Neill goes left to Field. Field to Farrell. Farrell, he's about 2 metres out. Tackle counts climbing. 3 tackles gone. Smith gets the ball to Farriman. Little offload to Nsemba. Straightens it up. Now he's trying to jink. Blimey. It's like an oil tanker trying to jink left and right. Now Smith down that left hand side. Inside to Farrell. Farrell cuts back. Goes for the line himself. His head's on the line, unfortunately. Although it looks like a ball, the ball isn't. O'Neill goes right. Farriman to Field. Long pass out to Eckersley. Boy, over he goes. What happened there was that long pass out to Eckersley. Eckersley would have been in himself down the sideline, but he had to jump and wait to get the ball. As he took the ball, everybody was coming across, and then he just cut back and gone towards a post, unopposed. So in a way, it did him a favour that he had to jump to take the pass. So it's 16-all with the conversion to come. Just watching this try again. Yeah, having to jump for that ball, Eckersley. It created the gap because all the Castleford players came steaming over in unison. Nobody thought to hang back on the inside in case he cut back, which he did. So Kieran with the kick to give Wigan the lead. But you'd expect him to get this one. Clock still ticking down, 68 minutes gone. Referee's just stopped the clock now. Kicking towards all the Wigan fans who are behind the posts. Who would getting this over? Oh, no mistake. Straight through the middle for Adam Kieran. Castleford 16, Wigan 18. And they've not had a good second half, Wigan. But whether it's by luck or design, they're currently in the lead. They're still going back to that tackle that Smith made. It was Field with this floated pass out to the right hand side to Eckersley. Back underway, Dupree drives it forward with intent there. Up to the 15. O'Neill in at dummy half. Farrell up to the 20. You know, you've got to wonder as well, when you look at the league table and you look at the results so far this season that Castleford have had, the way they've played tonight, but they're probably not going to get the points tonight. I'm going to call it early, with just over 10 minutes to go. But that typifies the season. Play well, have a little bit of bad luck, lose the game. There's only so much you can rely on to say it's bad luck, though. At the end of the season, the league table doesn't lie. Wigan trying to drag over. Miller as well there. Manages to get to the floor. Interchange for Castleford there. I couldn't tell you who it was. I didn't see it. Over their own 20, up to the 25, 3 tackles gone, 70 minutes gone. As you can see from the scoreboard there. Castleford 16, Wigan 18. Senior over the halfway line. Looks left, looks right, gets an offload there. Oh, he gets over the 30 now. Senior's been a fantastic player. He's got to be in line for man of the match tonight. Not person of the match because there's no one else playing. It's Drummond, so it will go in man of the match. How about that? 10 yards out, Miller. He's jinking left and right. Then he straightens it up. Tackled by Kieran. 5th tackle. What are they going to do? Are they going to run it? Are they going to put a kick in? And Sember with the tackle. They're a yard short. Held up. Wigan are going to be starting right on their own goal line. It's now or never really for Castleford. They've got the ideal opportunity to put Wigan under pressure and force a mistake. Eckersley drives it forward. He makes a metre. But the main thing is he keeps possession. Now Kieran, he gets over the 10. He's about 12 metres out. 2 tackles gone. O'Neill in at dummy half, spreads it to Douglas, comes in looking for some work. Almost up to the 20. Havard gets to about 25. One-handed take from O'Neill at dummy half. Now Thompson just over his own 40. 5 tackles gone, so they're going to be kicking from deep in their own half here, are Wigan. There's been a knock on. Incorrect play of the ball. Wigan have been done. Thompson it was. Went to get up. He was under a lot of pressure there, and then he's kicked the ball forward, but I wouldn't challenge that because captain's challenge. You're not going to get this one. Thompson was pulled forward, but he didn't. Mind you, he was stood up, but you're not going to get this one. It'll be a challenge unsuccessful, I'm pretty sure. The referees union will stick together. So he's been held, Thompson. Now they've let go of him. Unsuccessful, as I thought. So 72 minutes gone almost. Tight game, just 2 points in it. Castleford 16, Wigan 18. Neither team's got a captain's challenge left now. Castleford starting on Wigan's 40. Up to the 30. O'Neill with the tackle. Now they're spreading it down the right hand side. Sunset in Yorkshire. The floodlights have taken effect. Always looks better under the floodlights, doesn't it, sport? Not got my glasses on, I've just realised. Oh well, we'll leave them off now. 12 yards out, centre field. Westerman spreads it left. They're trying to come down this left-hand side again. Castleford, they're in at the corner again. High tackle there from field, but they are in at that corner. This right-hand side for Wigan is an issue. This is going upstairs. Wigan are convinced that it's no try. Referee says on-field decision. Try. I don't know what Wigan were complaining at, but straight away, Field and Kieran went to the referee complaining about something. Whether they're saying he's shipped it on, whether he's knocked it on. But I'll tell you what, they're not making the kicks, if it is a try, they're not making the kicks easy. They're all from the touchline. So Tate, driving towards the line, slides in. Oh, he's lost possession as he's at the floor. But I think he still had his arm on the ball. Referee. Well, we'll go with try for that, I think. He's gone to the ground in. It'll be a try. We're in for a humdinger of a finish here at the Jungle. One of the Castleford fans gives it one of them. So, the clock's ticking. 73 minutes gone. Once again, Castleford take the lead. Castleford 20, Wigan 18. Difficult kick to come once more. But it's this missed pass from Castleford that's caused Wigan problems all evening, and that's pretty much where all the tries have come from. You can bet your bottom dollar Wigan's opponents in the next game, I can't remember who they've got, they will be taking note of this. Am I going to have to eat my words? I was saying, there's only so many times you can say you've been unlucky, which Castleford when you look at the league position. Is it unluck or do they just run out of steam? Not tonight, that's for sure. So it's Atkin again. He's had 3 attempts from almost the same spot tonight. First one he missed, second one he put over. What's he going to do tonight? Oh, he's pulled it across the same as he did the first attempt. So that'll be Castleford 20, Wigan 18. What's the odds on a penalty for Wigan and we go into overtime? Smith's going to get us back underway. They've gone short, Wigan, and they've come up with the ball. Thompson picks it up, driving towards Castleford's 20. He's about 22 metres out. O'Neill in at dummy half, spreading it left. Havard drives it forward. He's about 15 metres out. 2 tackles gone. O'Neill in at dummy half again, spreads it right to Smith. Smith to Farrimond. Back to Nsemba. Nsemba cuts back inside. He's tackled. He's about 8 yards out. O'Neill goes left this time. There's a little bit of a gap there for Wigan down this left-hand side. They've got the numbers, but there's a knock-on by... Should be 6 again. There was a knock-on by Castleford there. Yeah, 6 again. 6 to go. Cade Ellis gets over the 10. He's looking for the offload. He gets the offload away to O'Neill. O'Neill trying to go himself, tackled though by Castleford. He's about 5 yards out under the post. Crucial set this now for both teams really. Ooh, high tackle there on Farrimond. Right under the post. What do Wigan do? What do Wigan do? Do they go for the 2? Or do they go for the jugular? It wasn't a swinging arm, but it was a high tackle. I think it was Mello. Yeah, he just stuck an arm out. Kieran's going to go for the 2. What are we going to do now? What are we going to do? They're going to go for the 2. Do they try and go into overtime? Or do they go for the kill? Well, same for Castleford as well. So Kieran, straight through the middle of the post and out of the ground. 20-20 with just under 4 minutes to go. Is it going to be another cracker? Is it going to be another nerve-tangling end to a Super League match for Catch It Live First? We're back on the air. Castleford get us back underway. They don't do anything special. So they've gone long from that kick. Wigan will be starting from their own 11 yards. It brings it forward. Farrell's trying his luck. He gets just short of the 20. Wigan trying to come down this left-hand side. They've brought the line with Field. He's lit the afterburners. Little pass inside to Farrell. Under the post. That's the game. This is why Castleford are 3rd off the bottom or wherever they are. It's like they've just gone to sleep. Danny Maguire, he's got his head in his hands like that. And once again, it looks like the Castleford faithful, who were giving it that earlier, looks like you're going home with no points again, which, to be honest, the way you've played tonight, you can feel a little bit aggrieved. But just before half-time, they switched off Castleford. And just before full time. They're probably thinking about overtime now and what's going to be happening. They switched off again and it's cost them. It doesn't look like we're going into overtime now, but as soon as Field brought the line, lit the afterburners, I thought he was going to go himself really, but he flipped it inside to Farrell, who was backing him up. Points the way home to Farrell. The posts are that way. He didn't need telling Farrell where the posts were. All of the Wigan fans behind the post there. Gives them a little smile as well, does Farrell, before he grounds the ball. Once again, looks like Wigan are going to get out of jail. So the last 3 games really that Wigan have played, they haven't played well at all. 2 of them now it looks like they'll have got out of jail. They didn't get out of jail last week when they dropped the points, but tonight it looks like they're going to be bringing the points back to Lancashire from Yorkshire. Looked out against Huddersfield as well, didn't they? But not playing well, Wigan, you've got to say. Even though they're bringing the points home tonight. Castleford have put up a real good show. So they're going to have to go short now from the kick-off, Castleford, that's for sure. There's only 78 minutes, 25 seconds gone, so what, 90 seconds to go. Who left the gap in the line there for Castleford? You couldn't really see. You couldn't really see. Yeah, they have gone kick, but it's all gone wrong now. It's gone out on the full. It's gone out on the full from Castleford. The clock is ticking. So that'll be game, set and match. Unless they decide to do something stupid, the Warriors. Which I don't think they will do. They're all experienced enough. Danny Maguire doesn't look happy. In saying that, Matty Peake doesn't look too happy. Why would he? And Sember drives it forward from the halfway line. He's over Castleford's 40. O'Neill in at dummy half. It'll just be one out rugby now from Wigan, surely. Cade Ellis drives it forward. Takes his time getting up. O'Neill in at dummy half once more. Inside to Thompson. Thompson drives it forward. Only wanting the tackle deliberately, trying to ball steal. Grabs it to his chest, does Thompson. No way that ball's coming out of there. Now Havard's going to drive it forward. 30 seconds to go. 4 tackles completed. Farrell. He goes into the tackle, he heads to the ground himself. Gets a knee to the back of his head. Takes his time getting up. 5th tackle. Smith's just going to go to ground there. Wardley is actually. Wardle's keeping hold of the ball. Referee calls. Stops the clock. 8 seconds to go. We're going to see some basketball from Castleford, surely. They're keeping the ball alive. They're going nowhere there. The hooter's gone. They're going to get driven back over their own goal line. That'll be the end of the match, and it'll be Wigan's game. That'll be all she wrote. So Wigan come away with the points. But let's be honest about it. Not a convincing performance from Wigan by any stretch of the imagination. They've when you look at the scoreboard, it'll still say a W at the side of the name and 2 points added. But performance-wise, it was scruffy at times. It was disjointed. It was desperate at times. You know, throwing speculative passes that get intercepted and ultimately cost a try. Wigan's defence down the right-hand side is definitely an area that they need to work on. All of Castleford's tries come down that side tonight. There was obviously the blow of losing Liam Marshall just before the game, but you can't rely on one person. And it's not the excuse because Marshall's played the previous two games before this one. Excuse me, and Wigan haven't looked at the races at all. Matty Peake looks a little bit dejected. Hard to tell with Matty Peake though, isn't it? He could hit the lottery, find a cure for all disease, and he'd still maybe you might get a slight rise from the corner of his mouth. He's that kind of character, isn't he? But we move on. So, on that note, I will say thanks for joining us tonight. If you're watching this on catch up or replay, feel free to leave a message. If you want to email us, chitlifefirst@gmail.com. That's where you can get hold of me, Jimmy James. 3 stream supporters tonight. We've got Jalex Pet Products, heavenlypleasures.co.uk and removepest.co.uk. Links are in the description along with the promo codes. Use the promo codes at checkout. Grab yourselves a bargain. We've got another stream supporter coming soon. So if you're into your mental health, we've got a psychotherapy service that we'll be promoting really soon. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. There will be some discount codes as well. But for tonight now, all I'll say is we are back. A few teething issues. But what do you expect when you've got all new equipment, new setup and what have you? Thanks for joining me. And if you ping the notifications bell, you need not miss a live stream. I'm Jimmy James. You're watching Catch It Live First. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday night and the weekend. Make the most of this weather. It's beautiful out there. We'll see you again soon.